Hey folks, it's Rithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Plane Mechanic Simulator. We will carry on right where we left off last time. Right, I've removed all the covers, so now we want to check the actual engine. We know that there's going to be some stuff wrong with it. We've automatically got a whole load of stuff that is tested for us before we even need to do anything. But, like, if we look over both of them, we haven't got a massive amount of stuff here. I'm sort of looking around quite a bit of it. All of the stuff I can see at the moment is saying that it's in good condition. Oh, that's the engine starter there. I've got nothing under there that I can see. Well, all of that looks to be in good condition. And then if we look under here, we got the radiator there. We've got both of those coolant ones. And that's all good as well over that side. And then, right, look back through here. Got a fuel filter up on that one. That's all in pristine condition. So whatever we're going to be having, whatever issues we're going to be having, they're going to be inside here. I'm going to take that one off. And I want to take off the exhaust. We go like that. And then we'll come over to this side and we'll do... I'm very croaky. I'm very sorry. We'll take that one off as well. Like that. And there. We can remove that one. And then I can come over to this side and I'll remove the rocker cover right the way down through there. And all the way down there. And we just back up a little bit. And then I'll do that rocker cover. Like that. On, up through there. Okay, perfect. I think that's everything that... Oh, no. We've actually got to take the rocker mechanism off. And the reason I'm going to do this, I am just going to take it off and then we'll lift out the whole block because I suspect that we're going to find stuff wrong with the pistons. I'd almost guarantee that we find something wrong with the pistons in this. Just go up through there and then back down through. So we can replace once we've got these out like that. Then I can go to number 3 on this. They're all fine in there. All of those rockers. And they're all fine in that one as well. I'm looking in here. The spark plugs are all perfectly conditioned in that side. And I look in this side. The spark plugs are perfect in there. And I'm going to just look up. Right, this is a bit more difficult to see. I'm sure I can see the spark plugs. Well, they look alright, to be honest. They do. Nope, I didn't mean to do that. I want to just click on that one like that. There we go. Take you off. There, and all the way down through like that. Take all of them out, and I'll do the same over on this side. Remove all of that one. All the way up through there. And we'll go and check these on the seats at the back once we've done with this. So now we need to go and do the same with the other... Well, we'll do it with the other engine in a minute. First up, I want to do that. I want to come in here. And there we go. That's what we're waiting on. So we've got that one there is damaged. And 3... Is there any more? Right, there's no more there. We've got 1 piston ring on that side, and we've got 2 piston rings on this side. We've got that one up there, and then that bottom one on that side. Right, do I see any more? Any more? Right, okay, there's no more on there. So I'll come off of that one, and we'll go on to this engine over this side. And we'll do exactly the same here. I'll take off that shroud right there. And then I'll take off this exhaust manifold cover. Like that. And then I'll take off the rocker cover as well. All the way down through. And then I can... Oops. Head over to this side, and we'll do the same over this side. So I'll knock that one there out of the way, and then I'll go to you up there. Take that one off. Like that. And then that one. And then we'll go over this way and we'll take off that rocker mechanism all the way down there. Because the rocker mechanism itself... Well, I haven't seen any issues with the rocker mechanisms. And you know, I suppose we ought to check those. The rocker mechanism is absolutely fine, but there is one thing inside that rocker mechanism on that side. So we'll have to go and replace that one, but we'll also go and check the spark plugs once they're out on the... I think it'd be easier to do it with it out on the table rather than up on here. It's just going to make our life a little bit easier, and we'll also replace that one up there. So I'm just going to go for the whole block assembly like that. There. There we go. And then this one over here. Final block assembly there. And we can check, we'll check the spark plugs up over that side once this is all out. So I got that one there is lifting out, which means that I can come in here and I can check again. So yes, we've got a couple more of these. Middle one on there. That one. And then that piston ring on there. Right. There's no more on this side. Let's go and check over here for the other piston rings. Have we got any more damaged piston rings? They've just put 2 piston rings damaged on each side, so there's no more piston rings damaged. There could very well be other things damaged. We know that we've got a rocker cover over here. 6 spark plugs is fine on there. Let me zoom in under here. That sunlight really doesn't help, does it? Right, that absolutely doesn't help, but I can go there. Induction manifold, cylinder blocks. Oh, wait a minute. You know what's gonna you know what's gonna be wrong, don't you? One of these is gonna have a gasket gone, and the only way that we can check a gasket is by taking the top off. That is the only way that we can... And I bet you that one of these will have a gasket. If not multiples. If not multiple gaskets, which is going to mean that we're going to have to take stuff off. Right, so I know that I've got a valve there that's in trouble. Oh, there, we do have one. Right, one single damaged spark plug. And then we'll go back into this and we will check the rest of this stuff on here. Like that. Right, that's... hydraulic pump. Oh, there's another spark plug over there. I very nearly missed that one. I very nearly missed that one. There. We'll have that one out. And then I think it's that valve right there. It's the damaged one, yes. So that one can come out. Like that. And then go back to number 3 and check them. So we've got 2 spark plugs there. I got nothing else on this one. Let me go back into this one. We got nothing else on there on that side, but I can come over here and I'll check the spark plugs again just in case. They're looking all right. Is it possible to check the gasket under here? It doesn't seem like it's possible. Can I... No, I've got to remove the entire top. You can't turn it upside down to check it. I was just wondering if maybe I could do that. Right, well, in which case I have to come off of there like that. And then we'll go over to this one over here and we'll check this one as well. There's that bit, there's that bit. I'm zooming right in. I'm looking around over here. They all seem good. The cylinder head seems good. Oops. Right, well, I definitely didn't mean to do that. Wait. Wait. Why aren't those 2 checked? That might just be an unintended bug of some kind. Okay, the rest of it is checked. So we know that we've got that valve. We've got a couple of the... we got some piston rings and we got a few other bits. Oh, wait a minute. Are any of those fixable? I don't think they are. Check them. No, they're not. Right, nothing there is fixable. We'll head over this way and we'll check in here. Broken parts. So we've got 5 piston rings, 2 spark plugs, 1 valve in there. And we'll go back over here. So I've got a valve on there. Like that. I've got a spark plug there, like that. I've got a spark plug over there, like that. Right. Then I can run back over this way. We've got piston rings up here to put back on. So if I climb back up onto there, I've got... Where are they? No, not on there. Oops, there we go. Right, I got one there. That's ready to go back on. I've got... another one over there, and I've got one over there. Right. Oops. Need to do that. Then we can come back over here. We go to the other engine, and we'll put the other piston rings back on. So we know that there's no piston ring needed on that top bit. We've got a couple down here, though. I've got one there. One there. Okay, I'm not getting the loud thumpy bit to say that it's a good job, well done. So I've obviously not checked enough stuff on the engine. So first up, let's go in here and we'll check everything that we can check in here. Wheel case, the generator, that's all good. I can't check anything else in there. Most of the rest of this is already automatically checked. Right, it does it all for us. We don't actually have to do any of this. Engine starter, that's fine. I've got no bits under here. I've got a hydraulic pump right there. Magneto. Yeah, that's all of the bits that I think that I can check on that one. So let's do the same up here. And the fact that it hasn't come up to say, you know, we haven't had like that whole loud thumpy bit to say that job done. Well done. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Front gear convert. You know, we haven't actually checked any of this back here either. Coolant tank, that one's all good. Nothing up there. Spinner. Propeller blade assembly. Right. Go up there. Propeller dome. Blade assembly. Front plate. Coolant tank. Pitch governor. Gear reduction stuff. Those all seem good. So I'm going to go out on a limb here and I'm going to say that we need to remove the top of these engines. One of these will have a gasket blown on it. I pretty much guarantee one of these has got a gasket blown on it. So we're going to have to work through that, which is going to be a slightly more time-consuming job, isn't it? If we can find a gasket blown, that would be great.
No.
Oh, I got to click each of the valves individually. I can't just go along and... No. Right, I can't remove the whole head. I've got to click each valve individually to remove it. Take the camshaft out, and then... Oh, great. Spark plugs have all got to come out. Putting the spark plugs back in, that's a slow process, that one is. And it's also one of the ones that is probably my least favourite. Because you've got to wait for each one to finish and be tightened. Right, I'll take all of those off there. And then we can check the actual gasket. All of those bits off. Left head gasket. Pristine. That's it. That's all I needed to do. I need to get in there to be able to check that gasket. So we know that that one is absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Fine. Let's go to the next one. We'll start working. This is going to take a while. Is there... Can I, like, see the gasket? Wait a minute. Cylinder block, cylinder head. Can't... No. There's no way of checking the gasket in there I can't remove the cylinder head without removing the top bit. I gotta take all these bits off the top. There is no quick and easy way of doing this. There's absolutely no quick and easy way of doing it. So I gotta remove, yeah, all the valves. They've all got to come out one at a time. Like that. And then spark plugs. What's the bedding? I should have started up the other end, and it's going to be one of them down there. So I want to take that one off. Remove all of them. Like that. Yeah, we go to there. I don't know if I need to remove that bit or not. We'll just wait a second, because I may not need to remove those two in order to remove... Oh, I do. Spark plugs can come out. And also the hydraulic pump. And... Oops. There, the air compressor. That one's got to come off. Like that. Then that one can come off. Down through there. And then we can switch over to this and we can check and we can see if we're actually going to be able to do anything. There. Right. We've got the right head gasket is damaged. So we'll take that one off. And we'll go and get a new gasket. And we will see, because it might just be one gasket is all we need to replace. If not, it does mean we'll have to take the other two engines off apart as well. But I'm hoping that maybe we can get away with not having to do that. Yes! Excellent! So all we got to do is put these back together again now. This is the easy part. So we'll do that one up there. And I can put these two on. Up here, put that one on. Like that. Right, this is the time-consuming bit, is putting these back in. Actually, no, the time-consuming bit is putting those back in. See? See how long it takes? You gotta wait for them to do up every time. Let's put all the valves back on a minute. Like that. And now I'll go around. I'm going to do... Actually, you know what? I'm going to leave that one a second. I'm going to go over to here. We'll go to this cylinder head, and we'll do that one up. There. Like that. And we'll put in all of the valves. I can start putting the valves in while the bottom ones are doing up. Like that. And then once I've put all of the valves in, I'll go round slowly, and I'll put in all of the... all of those. All of the spark plugs, because this is the bit that's going to take a while. And there's the last one of those. Right, that was easy enough. So now we can put all of this stuff back in, and then we can go and reassemble our beautiful, wonderful aircraft. I think there's everything on there. Actually, I don't think there is. Oh, yeah, there is. There's one more bit up there that we've got to put on as well. I'll do that like that. Right. That's you done. And then I can come over here and I can put that one on. Got that. And you can see, look, see we got red bolts there. I'm absolutely certain that this is something that's going to be included later in the game. That we've got to replace bolts. It's just not currently in the game right now. And I think this is really, really good. It's like a whole extra little, well, a little extra layer of gameplay, which I think is going to make it actually really quite cool. Having to make sure that the bolts themselves are in good condition, because there's not something that we've had to worry about at the moment. We're constantly reusing the same bolts, where in actual fact you wouldn't do that all the time, would you? You would need to make sure that all of the bolts were in perfect working condition and you were able to use them again. And the fact that it's sort of showing some of them to be in bad condition does indicate that there's a very good chance we'll be doing something with it later on. Quite when that'll be, I'm not really sure. There's that lot onto there, so let's go and put the rocker cover back on. All the way up through there. It's quite slow doing up some of these sometimes. When you can't quite get them all lined up perfectly. It can definitely take a while. There, and cover can go back on that one. All the way around. Like that. And then over here, I can put the exhaust manifold on. Right the way down through there. And then you can go back on. And it does actually let us put the cover back over this one. Oh, no, it doesn't. Well, it does sometimes allow us to put the cover back on. Before we've actually had the whole rocker cover thing, or the rocker mechanism. Before that one's put back on, it allows us to put some of the stuff back on over the side. Not sure which ones. Right there, it's just gone quiet, so I think that there are some underneath that are still working. Still being done up. But let that bit carry on, and I'm going to go underneath here and do these up. Like that. Oops. I don't mean to go that far away from it. Up through there like that, and then... need to go closer. There. Up onto that one like that. So it sounds like we've already done the other engine. That one's all finished. So we go back through here. Do that one up there. And then that one down through here. Oh, yeah. There. And like that. There we go. Like that. Perfect. Right, now, exhaust manifold. That one onto the side. There. And then rocker mechanism. If I put both the rocker mechanisms on, then I've got the rocker covers easily dealt with as well. And then we'll worry about the rest of the bits on the side. Put that up through. Go on. There we go. Right, that's that one done. And then you down there. I was going to say I didn't actually check that one for quality, but it doesn't matter if it was checked for quality, because it would have shown up when we were doing our various different sort of tests and bits for it. And put that one on there. I've got the front of the actual aircraft to go on in a second. And we can put you on. Like that. There, and then the exhaust shroud onto there. Spinner cover. It's fairly quick. Right, that's everything on that one, so I can head back over this way and put that back on. There's that cover there. Now I can wait for this one. I've still got more screws being done up somewhere. Oh, that's all of those. They click through really quickly. It does, like, it puts the order through for them, and it still doesn't do them up. But then once you ask them to be done up, it goes through and, like, it almost buzzes. It goes through, it does them so fast. It's actually pretty cool. I like that. Nice little detail on there. And then we've got the engine cowling over here, and all the way around. Put you on. There. Right, there's that engine done, and then I can come over here and I can do that one. Do all that up. We already did the fuel bit. That's all done there. And then I can do that one up as well, and I can do that one up as well. Like that. And come over to this side. Go, 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 go. We can do this, and then that one onto there. Right, perfect. I think that is now everything. I think we've now got all of that one done. Refuel, inspect the engines. It should have all the covers on and everything as well. Inspect both engines. We didn't have any parts that we could replace. So even though it was a really, really long job, we don't get that many points. We still need another 142 to be able to make Flight Sergeant, but let's continue our career. Time to get back to regular schedule. Fill her up, load her with bombs. We need to refuel, and we need to load the bomb. The bombs is the easy bit. We all know the bombs is the easy bit. We've got 140-odd points that we need to get. So, in theory, this job right here is going to get us 40 points. Which is going to leave just over 100 points left to get for whatever else it is that we're going to be asked to do. It's a shame that we haven't been asked to, like, well, I was going to say the oil, but maybe not the oil, because that's also, like, a really time-consuming job. Maybe something a bit like the coolant's not too bad. The coolant's a pretty easy job, but it's sort of... We're getting to the point now where we've done most of what there is to do on the plane anyway. I suspect... Oh, hardly anything has got to go in. That's much more like it. This will be a lot faster. It's getting to the point where we've almost done all of the gameplay in this game, and until there are new airplanes... I've been saying this for the last few episodes now. We've just about done with Plane Mechanic Simulator, and I've really enjoyed it. This game has been a little bit different, and I've been told by so many of you that this game is very, very realistically done, right? There is a fine attention to detail in this game that has left a lot of you very, very impressed with it. Let me just go back up there and grab that. So, it's only early access at the moment, so the amount of stuff that we'd kind of expect to see coming to this game later on, I think it's just going to get better and better. I think that we're going to see some impressive stuff coming out of this one. We have done so far. I mean, yes, there are aspects of this gameplay that are a little bit repetitive. You do expect that, though, with just about all gameplay. There are aspects of just about every type of gameplay that you get which do tend to get a bit repetitive. And it's just one of those things that you kind of go with, and you don't read into it too much. Or at least that's what I think. You know, I don't tend to worry too much about some bits being repetitive. If it gets too repetitive... Like the fuel, if you're constantly having to refuel this one when the things are empty, that does get frustrating. It is frustratingly repetitive on it, and it's not the kind of repetitive that you want too much of. But it does seem that when you get to the point where you're really fed up with it, it is wanting to move on. And from the other parts of the gameplay that I've seen so far, and from what I've seen of patches and responses by devs and that, I suspect that they're going to tweak it a little bit, so it's not quite, maybe not quite so time-consuming, that sort of thing. Although it's got to be said, I'm not 100% sure on that. That is a little bit of guesswork on my part. So I want to go back under here and open those, and then just go to number 2, and we put in these... bombs like that, 500-pound bomb there, and then we move up and we do the next one like that, and then I do that one like that. So the bombs is really easy, and then task completed, done that, all primary tasks complete, there's all the fuel, sign that bad boy off, and away we go again. 5 points, 5 points, and then 30 points right there, which takes us up to 102 points still remaining. And off we go again. During the flight today, I noticed quite a large loss of power in the left engine. Make sure it's fixed by tomorrow. Refuel, load, fix. I'm really sorry, folks, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to interrupt things there, as it's time for us to head back to the barracks and get some tea. So if you've enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give us a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me, get them to come and watch as well, that would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching, this is Frithgar, goodbye, and see you later.